Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Juan Solo here with ASQD Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So in today's video, we're actually going to be going down through all 4 of the classes that we're going to be seeing at launch in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So for those of you guys that did not know, there is a new class system in Ghost Recon Breakpoint that's actually going to be going across PvP and PvE. It's all shared progression, so you guys don't have to worry about ranking up a little bit here, a little bit there, depending on what mode. It's all shared progression, but this is going to be a new system that we're going to be seeing in the PvE side of things, because we did not see this in Ghost Recon Wildlands. So they did actually announce 2 of the 4 classes that we're going to be seeing at launch during the reveal livestream, and over the last few weeks with some different intel and stuff that we've got, we've kind of figured out what the other 2 classes are going to be for Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into the video. So the first one we're going to be talking about is the Sharpshooter class, though this was actually one of the 2 classes that we actually got to see during the reveal livestream, and this is going to be for all of you snipers out there. So the Sharpshooter is going to use long-range weaponry such as the designated marksman rifles to be able to shoot accurately at extreme distances. So each one of these classes is going to be coming with sort of a special ability that you're going to be able to use on your character, and the Sharpshooter special ability is going to be the fact that he can load in 3 high damage bullets into the sniper rifle that's going to allow him to take down bigger, more badass targets faster, just because those bullets are going to have high damage penetration rounds. So those are going to be kind of like your special ability for the Sharpshooter, and along with that, some of the special things that you're going to have unique to this class is he can actually hold his breath longer, and he will have faster reloads with long-range weapons. So when it comes to reloading your weapon, reloading those marksman rifles and those really long-range rifles, he is going to have the fastest reload speed among all of the classes, at least at launch. We don't know what's coming after launch, as well as he can hold breath longer than any other class. So the next class we're actually going to be talking about is the Panther class. So this is going to be your super quiet and stealthy class. For those of you guys that are out there into stealth gameplay, this is the class that you're going to want to use. So its special ability is actually a cloud of smoke. We actually got to see this showcased in the reveal live stream itself. One of the teammates of this character went down. They ran over there, they threw down that cloud of smoke, was able to pick up their teammate, kind of carry him out of the situation to revive them. So this can be used in a number of ways. So for those of you guys that are into the run and gun gameplay, you could kind of go into a base, do a little bit of run and gun, drop down that cloud of smoke, and then disappear, because it basically makes you invisible to the enemies for a few seconds, so you can either kind of relocate for another attack, or you can retreat. It's going to be up to you, but that's definitely going to be a very cool ability, and I definitely cannot wait to kind of see how that's going to work with some of the enemies that we're actually going to be going up against in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Next, we have the fastest movement of all the classes is going to be tied to the Panther class, as well as they are harder to detect. So for instance, if you are kind of peeking out from behind cover with the Sharpshooter class, there's a chance that an enemy might see you. That chance is going to be slightly lower with the Panther class, just because that's kind of one of the attributes that are tied to this class, as well as you will not have any damage reduction when using suppressors. So most of the time in any game out there nowadays, if you're using a suppressor on a weapon, it's going to do slightly less damage. So while you're using the Panther class, that will not be the case, because you will not actually have access to loud or heavy weapons with this class. And now stemming from that, that basically means that some of these classes are going to be restricted to using certain weapons. This was something that I've seen a lot of people talking about in my comment section, especially there was one guy that had been commenting literally the same comment for like the last 3 or 4 weeks, talking about, you know, the classes and stuff. So it does look like each class is going to have its own specific sort of weapons that you're going to want to use. Like the Panther class here, you will not actually have access to loud or heavy weapons, so you got to kind of plan that strategically. Now moving on to the next class, we are going to be talking about the Assault class. So this was actually the class that we got to see a few times in the actual reveal live stream itself, but they did not talk about it. So the big guy that actually had the big light machine gun that actually went down, and the Panther class actually came over and revived him, this is the Assault class. So you notice that he was using kind of like the heavy aggro light machine gun class, you know, kind of shooting all over the place, trying to attract as much attention as he possibly could, as well as I believe that his special ability is going to be the rocket launcher, because it was definitely showcased several times, taking down some of the actual drones, the big vehicle drones and stuff like that. And we actually saw in the reveal trailer itself, the cinematic trailer that we saw him take down a couple of big drones that were shooting at them. So I really believe this is going to be sort of like your aggro class with the light machine gun, as well as your all-purpose destroying the drones with that rocket launcher class. We don't know anything else about his special attributes. I would only think that he's just going to be kind of like your big light machine gun badass guy that we're going to be seeing in the game itself. Now moving on to the last class, so we don't really have a whole lot of information about this class. Pretty much this would all be up to brainstorming on exactly what attributes, what special abilities would be with this class, and that is going to be the Engineer. So also with this, do take this with a grain of salt, because I will link down in the description below where I got this information, but it's not 100% confirmed, because up to this point, the only two confirmed classes from Ubisoft and Ghost Recon are the Sharpshooter and the Panther class, so only time will tell if the Assault and the Engineer class are the two other classes, but for the most part, we don't really have any information on the Engineer. They did specifically say in the live stream, but the little blowtorch that we can actually use to cut through fences and stuff is supposed to be a core feature, so I don't believe this to be tied to any specific class, but this class actually was in Ghost Recon Future Soldier as well as Ghost Recon Phantoms way back in the day, and it was more of kind of like your tech class that you saw with a little bit of drone usage and stuff like that, but we've seen in Ghost Recon Wildlands and in the reveal live stream that most classes in here have the ability to call in a drone, stuff like that, so only time will tell if we can see what actually will be coming with the Engineer class and if the Assault and Engineer class are actually the two other classes. Like I said, this information is out there, but it is not officially confirmed by Ubisoft or Ghost Recon. I would definitely expect to see this at E3, and then also for those of you guys that did not know, you are not tied to any of these specific classes. You can actually go over to the Bivouac, which I covered in a separate video. Link to that video will be down in the description below, and this is sort of your base camp that you actually set up, and you can go over to this area and change classes whenever you want. So it's not like you pick a class, you're tied to that class for any set period of time. You can go back and forth, change your loadout, change your class itself anytime you want in the game, so you're not tied to any of that. But pretty much that's going to do it for the video, guys. I kind of want to drop all this information for you guys. We've been a little bit stagnant on information because there isn't a whole lot out there. I wouldn't expect to see a whole lot more information up until at least E3, and we're probably going to get a boatload of information. Probably some gameplay, some new mechanics and stuff like that are probably going to be showcased there as well. But for the most part, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, you guys are excited about some of the new classes coming to Ghost Recon Breakpoint, make sure to drop a like on the video, and also subscribe if you are new to stay up to date on everything with Ghost Recon Breakpoint moving forward. Like I said in a couple other video guys, more than 75% of you guys are not actually subscribed that are watching my videos, so if you guys enjoy the content, you guys want to keep up to date with Ghost Recon Breakpoint moving forward, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you guys do not miss any of my uploads moving forward. But for now, guys, that's all for the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.